this is a great turnout, and one bus is not here yet. So I missed the session start. Was the gallery full of people with our people? Did we get a good turnout on that? Great. Because I saw the league people going over there, and hopefully they couldn't find a seat. Yeah. I want to thank everybody for coming, and I'd like to recognize, I was hoping I could meet a lot of new people that I've heard from by email, but that gets a little crazy here. So I'm going to try to talk about the different areas that are represented here. We have Wayne County. Yeah. And we've got some Forsyth County. Yeah. And Cumberland County. Any? And yeah, we got some back there. And Moore County. And Wake County. And Rowan County. And Davidson County. Columbus County. Are they still here? I know I saw them. Randolph County, we got some from there. I'm trying to think, everybody, Buncombe County, yeah, Davidson County. But we got a real good turnout, and this is what it's going to take. We got to have visuals for our General Assembly, for them to see that this is an important issue. And anytime a group of citizens run headlong into this, it makes them very angry. And it hurts people. And it just is not accomplishing the stated goals that they said they were going to. It's got to come up to the 21st century. It's archaic. It is not promoting orderly growth. It's the cities are feeling the economic squeeze, so they're squeezing the more taxpayers. It's like we have to tighten our belts, so should they. And they shouldn't be driving people out of their homes through foreclosure. They shouldn't be forcing people to buy government services that they didn't want or need. They shouldn't hurt retired people on fixed incomes who are struggling as hard as they can right now, and young families that are trying to buy a piece of they're trying to keep a hold of the American dream. So they do need to look at this, and it's going to take an extended effort of a lot, and you guys have been fantastic writing the letters, because this is what's made the difference. It's nothing that anybody like myself has done to get this done. It's all of the letters from all of the people, all of the phone calls, all of the visits. This is what's getting results. And we're climbing uphill, but we can get there, and we just have to stay at it. And get involved in the elections coming up. Make this an issue in the elections. Ask these candidates, where do you stand on this? And get, especially candidates running for the General Assembly. The League actively recruits city officials to become state legislators, and then they have this automatic support in the General Assembly. We need to get involved at the grassroots level in our local elections and the state elections, and make sure that they understand this is an issue. But we have some legislators. We have a lot of support over there, and we have to show them that we're behind them. One of our legislators who has been behind us on this issue every year from day one is Senator Brock, and I'd like to introduce him to talk to you.
Thank you so much for being up here, and it seems like a lot of this hot air today is a record heat. I think most of it's coming from the General Assembly, and their talk about how they're going to have a great budget and do a lot of things that the people of North Carolina want. Well, that's not entirely true. We know it's not true because they will not allow us to have a vote on forced annexation. They don't want it because it challenges their power. It challenges their their wisdom, but we need to have this vote. Because one thing about it is that, as someone wrote to my office, came from Rowan County, who was originally from England, she put in her letter, said, "I thought you Yanks were all about no taxation without representation." Now I think that exemplifies of what we're doing, or what we're doing out here today, is trying to fight just like the Patriots did many years ago, to fight for our freedoms, to fight for our rights, to make sure that we as taxpayers, we as citizens of the United States have the right to petition our government, and the best way to do that is to allow us to vote on annexation, because this is our tax money. And the thing about it, a lot of times, the reason why they want to do this is because they see some greener grass on the other side, and they want to make sure that they can run some water or sewer pipes out there, but they don't have enough money to afford to run the water and sewer pipes. So they make people living on fixed incomes to pay for it. Well, if they had better budgets and used their money in better ways, they would have more than enough money to do this. And I've worked on this issue for a whole number of years, even before I was elected, going down and helping the people at Landfall in Wilmington and across the state to fight cities and towns that forcibly annex. Even though today is Town Hall Day with the League, there's a lot of people in cities and towns. They're few in number, but they don't like forced annexation either, because a lot of them got elected because of forced annexation, because they stood up and spoke out against it. And the people inside the cities and towns said, it's the wrong thing to do. These people don't want to be a part of our city. There's good reasons why. Because we're not getting the services that we're paying for already in the middle of cities and towns. And we want these services because we've been paying for it as taxpayers. But as the city and towns continue to try to grow and grow and grow, they're not paying attention to what's happened right on their main street. So we need to get out there and fight. And as President Ronald Reagan, if they can't see the light, make them feel the heat. Keep up the calls, keep up the emails, keep up the letters. We need to fight for this and fight for this. The leaders of the General Assembly said this is a short session. We're not going to take up anything controversial. So the fight, they'll try to end this fight over here real quickly and try to disband or break up the session before we have a chance to have the moratorium bill heard. But if that's the case, well, we'll be right back here in January next year to fight for this again, because the fight's not over. And so keep up the fight. God bless each and every one of you, and thank you for being in your state capital of Raleigh. Thank you.
Thank you. A consistent supporter who needs our support. I just wanted to say one little short thing before Dallas introduces Senator Berger. I just heard that, and maybe you guys that went up and observed the session, that they recognized the fact that the League had the city officials here today. They recognized the Clean Water Group who was here, and they didn't say a thing about us being here. And maybe we can email them and say thanks for the snow, you know, because we are here, and they know we're here.